In a world addicted to reinvention, some people have gone far beyond a new hairstyle or a nip and tuck. They've taken the most extreme step imaginable, transforming not just their appearance, but their very racial identity. Through highly controversial surgeries and jaw-dropping physical alterations, they tried to become someone entirely new. But behind the shocking headlines and viral photos hides a darker reality, regret that cuts deep, an identity crisis that never fades, and emotional scars that no procedure can erase. In this eye-opening countdown, we uncover the stories of those who changed their race through surgery, and the haunting reasons why so many now wish they never had. What happens when a beloved star dares to challenge time itself and loses? Lin May, the dazzling queen of Mexico's 1970s and 1980s entertainment scene, once reigned as a singer, dancer, and actress whose beauty was nothing short of legendary. Her face lit up screens, her image was etched into the hearts of millions. But with passing years came an unrelenting pressure, the pressure to look exactly as the world remembered her. Determined to freeze time, Lin turned to cosmetic surgery. One procedure led to another, facelifts, cheek implants, endless tweaks, until the woman who had once captivated a nation became almost unrecognizable. The admiration she once inspired was replaced by cruel headlines, tabloid ridicule, and whispered mockery. The damage was more than skin deep. Lin would later confess her heartbreak, mourning the face that had defined her career. Beneath the makeup and the surgical scars was a woman wrestling with fading fame, crushing insecurity, and the impossible demands of an image-obsessed industry. Yet Lin May refused to disappear. Through the pain, she found resilience. She chose to embrace who she is now, using her story to ignite conversations about aging, self-worth, and the heavy price of beauty. Her journey is a haunting reminder. Looks may fade, but inner strength, acceptance, and dignity will always outshine time. Megan Fox has long reigned as one of Hollywood's ultimate beauty icons, her piercing eyes, flawless features, and magnetic screen presence captivating audiences from the moment she burst onto the scene. Her breakout role in Transformers didn't just introduce a new star, it unveiled a fresh-faced goddess whose effortless allure and raw charisma made her unforgettable. But as the years passed, fans began to notice a transformation. The soft, youthful glow gave way to sharper cheekbones, fuller lips, and an overall sleeker, more polished look. Whispers turned into speculation. Was it the natural evolution of age, the magic of makeup, or the quiet touch of Botox and fillers? Megan has kept her cards close to her chest, choosing not to confirm or deny the rumors. Instead, she's spoken openly about the crushing pressure actresses face in an industry obsessed with impossible beauty standards. Some credit her evolving look to masterful contouring and photo editing, while others are convinced subtle surgical tweaks have played a role. Whatever the truth, one thing is certain: Megan Fox continues to command the spotlight. Her poise under scrutiny, her adaptability, and her undeniable confidence prove that true beauty isn't just about symmetry or perfection. It's about owning your identity and thriving, even when the world won't stop watching. Doja Cat isn't just one of today's most boundary-pushing music stars. She's a living, breathing art piece in constant transformation. With a fearless sound, a chameleon-like fashion sense, and performances that blur the line between music and theater, she's redefining what it means to be a modern artist. Over the years, fans have noticed her evolving appearance, sharper facial contours, fuller lips, sparking endless speculation about cosmetic enhancements. But instead of shying away, Doja meets the conversation head-on, often with a wink, a laugh, and unapologetic candor. For her, transformation isn't a scandal, it's a statement. Every bold hairstyle, every avant-garde makeup look, every risk on stage becomes part of her living gallery. She turns self-reinvention into performance art, showing the world that beauty isn't about fitting into a mold, it's about breaking it entirely. In doing so, she's become a beacon for anyone daring to explore their identity without fear. For Doja Cat, reinvention is not vanity, it's power. And her journey reminds us that true beauty isn't just in what we see, but in the courage to evolve, to own our changes, and to tell our story with unapologetic freedom. Bella Hadid is hailed as one of the most striking faces in modern fashion. A beauty so polished it seems almost unreal. Yet behind those sculpted cheekbones, delicate nose, and full, plush lips lies a question that has followed her for years. Is it all natural? Fans and critics have dissected her every angle, comparing old photos to her present look, hunting for proof of subtle enhancements. Bella hasn't shied away from the conversation. She's admitted to getting a nose job at just 14 years old, but insists that's where the cosmetic work ends. The rest, she says, is the result of growing up, skillful makeup, and contouring magic. Childhood pictures she's shared reveal that many of her signature features were there all along. Still, the speculation refuses to die. Across beauty blogs and social media feeds, side-by-side comparisons spark endless debates. But one thing is undeniable: regardless of the whispers, Bella's grip on the fashion world remains unshakable. She commands the runways for the most prestigious designers, sets trends others rush to follow, and continues to redefine what modern beauty looks like. Enhanced or untouched, Bella Hadid's allure is timeless, rooted not just in her looks, but in the poise, confidence, and quiet power that keep the world watching. Alicia Amira, the Swedish model-turned-entrepreneur, has fearlessly redefined what it means to be feminine. Through bold and unapologetic cosmetic transformations, she's sculpted herself into a living work of art, a striking, doll-like vision that challenges the very core of traditional beauty standards. With her voluminous lips, dramatic curves, and flawless skin, Alicia's look is more than an aesthetic. It's a statement, a rebellion, and a celebration of radical self-expression. Her journey is deeply personal, driven by the belief that every woman has the right to define beauty on her own terms, free from shame or judgment. In embracing a hyperfeminine ideal, Alicia has become a symbol of confidence and individuality, inspiring others to own their uniqueness without apology. But Alicia's mission goes beyond her own transformation. She founded the Bimbo Academy, a platform dedicated to helping women embrace their authenticity while dismantling outdated views of femininity. For her, the bimbo identity isn't about superficiality, it's about reclaiming power, rewriting the rules, and living boldly in the face of criticism. While some call her look too much, Alicia's growing community thrives on freedom, acceptance, and self-love. Her transformation has sparked controversy, but her message remains unwavering. True beauty is the courage to be yourself. In breaking the mold, Alicia Amira hasn't just challenged the norm, she's transformed the conversation around beauty itself. What drives someone to strip away every trace of who they are, all for a fantasy? For Japanese model Vanilla Chamo, that fantasy was to become a living porcelain doll, delicate, flawless, and unreal. Her journey wasn't just about beauty, it was a haunting battle with self-image, shaped by impossible standards and a relentless longing to be someone else. Vanilla didn't simply want to enhance her looks, she wanted to erase her old self entirely. Over the years, she underwent more than 30 surgeries, double eyelid operations, chin implants, and extreme skin lightening treatments, each one sculpting her closer to a doll-like vision that existed only in her mind. The transformation cost her nearly $12,000, but the real price was far greater. The media followed her every step, captivated by her drastic metamorphosis. Some marveled at her dedication, others mocked her mercilessly. And as her features became more exaggerated, the girl she once was faded into a stranger in the mirror. In chasing perfection, Vanilla Chamo lost nearly all resemblance to her original self. But here's the cruel twist. The perfect porcelain doll she idolized was never real. It was a media-made illusion, an unreachable dream. Her story isn't just about obsession with beauty, it's about the devastating emotional toll of pursuing an ideal that doesn't exist. In the end, Vanilla didn't just give up her face. She surrendered the most precious thing she had, her identity. Lil Kim, the unapologetic queen of hip-hop, didn't just break into the rap game in the 90s. She kicked the door wide open. With razor-sharp lyrics, daring fashion, and a fearless attitude, she shattered gender norms and carved out a space for women in a male-dominated industry. Her influence didn't just change music, it transformed culture. But as her fame soared, so did the public's obsession with her changing appearance. Over the years, Lil Kim underwent multiple cosmetic procedures, Nose surgeries, skin lightening treatments, breast implants, and liposuction, each transformation sparking intense debate. Fans and critics alike dissected her look, some praising her bold self-expression, others questioning the suffocating beauty standards that push women, especially women of color, to alter themselves. Her lighter skin tone became a lightning rod for conversations about colorism, self-worth, and the silent pressures placed on black women in the spotlight. In a rare moment of candor, Kim once said, "You don't understand. You don't see." Those words peeled back the curtain, revealing emotional wounds far deeper than the surface changes. Through the scrutiny, the whispers, and the headlines, Lil' Kim has remained unshakable, a symbol of resilience, vulnerability, and power. Her journey is more than just a story of reinvention. It's a complex portrait of a woman refusing to let the world dictate her worth. Love her or question her choices, one thing is certain. Kim is still here, still influential, and still rewriting the rules of beauty on her own terms. Mary Sebastian Pickles Magdalene, yes, that's her real name, didn't just chase the dream of becoming a living doll, she turned it into her reality. But this wasn't the pink and perfect Barbie fantasy you might imagine. Her transformation was haunting: porcelain pale skin, hollow eyes, a tiny rosebud mouth, and an unnervingly frozen gaze that seemed to stare straight through you. She's endured an endless list of extreme procedures: multiple breast augmentations, lips inflated far beyond their natural shape, a resculpted nose, and even risky eye surgeries designed to mimic the wide, glassy stare of a doll. Every step was painful. Every change carried real danger. To some, Mary is a fearless artist, a woman pushing the boundaries of self-expression to the edge. To others, she's a cautionary tale of how beauty can become obsession. Yet what's most striking is that even after all these surgeries, she's still not finished. She keeps chasing an ever-shifting ideal, moving further from the face and body she was born with. Her transformation has ignited fierce debates online. Admirers hail her unapologetic boldness, while critics worry for her health and sanity. But Mary insists each change brings her closer to her true self. Her journey forces us to face uncomfortable questions. Where does self-expression end and self-destruction begin? And what's the real price of beauty in a world that's never satisfied? Mickey Rourke, once the smoldering golden boy of Hollywood, had a face that could stop traffic and a presence that made directors swoon. In the 1980s, he radiated raw, dangerous charm, setting the screen ablaze in sultry classics like 9½ Weeks and Angel Heart. He wasn't just an actor, he was a sensation, destined to remain one of Hollywood's untouchable leading men. But by the 1990s, that destiny took a sharp, tragic turn. Rourke walked away from the bright lights to chase another passion: professional boxing. It was a decision that would forever change not just his career, but his very face. Years in the ring left him battered, his once perfect features shattered by bone breaks and deep bruises. In a desperate bid to restore what was lost, Rourke turned to plastic surgery. But one wrong choice in a surgeon's chair became his undoing. Botched nose reconstructions, ill-placed cheek implants, and aggressive facelifts left his face swollen, distorted, almost unrecognizable. The man who once graced magazine covers as a heartthrob was now offered only darker, smaller roles: criminals, loners, and broken men. Mickey Rourke's rise and fall is a haunting reminder that beauty, like fame, can vanish in an instant. His story is more than a Hollywood cautionary tale. It's a sobering lesson about how desperation and misplaced trust can turn dreams into lifelong regret. Tara Reid was once one of Hollywood's golden girls, the kind of star who could light up a screen with nothing more than her smile. In the late 90s, she charmed audiences in hits like American Pie and Van Wilder, her natural beauty and carefree spirit making her a rising icon. But in the early 2000s, everything changed with one decision. Hoping to refine her figure, Tara underwent liposuction, a choice that would haunt her. Instead of the sleek results she envisioned, the surgery left her with uneven, rippled skin, a flaw the cameras and tabloids wasted no time magnifying. The criticism was merciless. Headlines mocked her, paparazzi zoomed in on her every imperfection, and the confidence that once made her magnetic began to fade. A follow-up breast augmentation, meant to balance her frame, only drew more fire. The implants, too large for her petite build, became the punchline of late-night jokes. Hollywood, once eager to cast her, slowly turned away. Leading roles slipped through her fingers, replaced by straight-to-DVD projects as her appearance began to overshadow her talent. Tara's story became more than a tale of a career derailed. It became a cautionary reminder of the harsh reality behind Hollywood's beauty obsession. It's a world where one surgical misstep can eclipse years of hard work, and where chasing perfection can cost far more than it gives. Yet through the whispers, the ridicule, and the setbacks, Tara Reid has refused to disappear. She's still here, still fighting to be seen for more than her past, proving that self-worth and resilience outshine any fleeting ideal of perfection. Thanks for watching Exposed Hollywood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss the stories Hollywood doesn't want you to hear.